I think I died multiple times last week and I woke up back in hell. It was so hot. Same with my plants. It was very hot for them as well. Hence, I threw my whole plant care routine out of the window for now. It's gone. And I adapted it. And I want to just show you in this video what I changed and what works for my collection in my situation. Hi, I'm Lisa. I'm a UK houseplant creator with over 200, I'm sure it's less by now because a couple of them died, houseplants. And I live in a one-bedroom flat in London. If you have seen the news recently, the UK is struggling with a heat wave and they have never experienced such extreme temperatures in this country before. So my entire plant care routine has changed currently during that hot summer. And I want to show you everything what I changed in my collection, from grow lights to moss poles to self-watering pots to normal plants in soil. Let's dive right into it. First of all, let's talk light. From natural light and grow lights, I mentioned before that if there is hot temperatures, I turn every single grow light off. Even from my IKEA cabinet. If it's 5 days off in this heat, I don't care. They can and they will survive. It's better than having the grow lights on and put them under more stress due to the temperatures, as the grow light is producing heat as well. And let me tell you that at some point we reach 46 degrees in the living room and maybe 38 degrees Celsius at night. It's hot. You don't have to add any more heat to that. So your plants will be completely fine and they're not going to die. It's more likely for them to die if you would keep your grow lights on in such circumstances. As of natural light, you might have seen I have those beautiful windows, beautiful in winter, beautiful in spring. In summer, however, my window is, I think 3.5 meters wide. I cannot open it. Neither do I have blinds, blackout blinds or anything. I live in a rental property, so I'm not even allowed to put one nail into the wall. So there is no blinds, no nothing, and west-facing windows, multiple hours of direct sunlight during a heat wave. So I cannot cool down, neither can plants. And my solution I found, oh God, I cannot even believe I show you guys that. Let me just move the camera. Ta-da! I put cardboard boxes against the windows and put some of my plants, as you can see, this beautiful caladium, and you know, I have my plants all there just to be safe from the direct sunlight during a heat wave, because it's very, very extreme. Like, your skin burns. Of course your plants will burn as well. This is my solution for now. I know it looks like I'm a squatter or I sell some drugs, but I'm not. It's yeah, it literally saves me. And yeah, I don't know what else to say to that. That's my current solution. There is another heat wave coming on Saturday. It's supposed to be 41 degrees Celsius. So I think if I reach 50 degrees in this flat, I'm going to book a hotel. And the plants have to fight for their own lives. You know, they're all behind the cardboard boxes. It's still bright enough for them. Like, there is still enough natural sunlight, even going through my dark bed sheet here. So they will be completely fine. And funny enough, my neighbors, they did exactly the same. They saw me and probably thought that I'm crazy. I mean, well, yeah, but you know, it's an extreme situation, needs extreme measures, and they did the same after 2 days. That's my light situation, which is funny. Yeah, we are moving house soon, so I'm super excited for that. We have bought a flat in central London, so I'm going back into London. I don't live inside London, like I'm living on the outskirts. I'm very excited that we finally managed to buy anything. It's been a process, let me tell you that buying a flat can be so complicated. But here I am, working my way through. Either way. Next up is watering. We all know that I love my moss poles, and in this heat, or generally in summer, I do water them every single day. They're going to be dried out in this heat. Like by the time I'm coming home from work, they're already dry. Sometimes I water them twice. What I mean with watering is basically I'm going to top up this little cup and let it drip down. And that's 1 to 2 times a day at the moment, just to keep the moss a little bit moist. I mean, this is we've seen it a few times, my strawberry shake. Soon I have to add some moss again and extend her moss pole. It's the first extension, super exciting. We have some new shoots here. Can you guys see this? There, new shoots. Don't know why this happened. I didn't cut it, but that's what she decided to do. With my self-watering pots, I am lowering the amount of water in my self-watering pot, just because water is getting heated up. It's going to be warm, it's going to be smelly, lots of bacteria will be floating and growing in that water, and it's quite yucky. Our favorite, my beautiful Anthurium red crystallinum X luxurians. She had root rot. She probably still has. She has lost one leaf. She lost the inflow, so the pollinated inflorescence is gone, and this leaf is on its way out. I will leave that leaf on until it's completely yellow, like the plant can still get some energy out of that leaf. So what happened is I left that water in too long. It got really warm and it cooked the roots. I take it out, I cut all the roots off, I water it with water hydrogen peroxide mix, and that's where we are. So please, if you do have self-watering, just put a minimum amount in. Don't let them completely dry out. They don't like that either. Or if you forget, it's not the best thing. But don't leave your water reservoir like the normal level, because yeah, the water is not going to be great after a few days. With my plants in soil, we obviously have 2 types how I have them in soil. One is with the self-watering and soil, like with the pond at the bottom and with the soil on the top, which is my Alocasia Jacqueline, which got me this beautiful, beautiful new leaf. And she likes it on the moister side. However, I'm trying not to keep a whole water reservoir in there all the time. Like just a little bit, same as with the self-watering pond plants, just a tiny little bit. I just water it and leave the water in there instead of draining the pot out. And she seemed to like it. With your normal plants in soil, this is the Caladium Frog in a Blender. She's finally popping. Like she loves this weather, or all the caladiums, they do love this weather. She is giving me those beautiful leaves. I check it every other day, and you know, I stick my finger in it. If you don't want to stick your finger in the soil, use a chopstick. Check if there is some soil. If the chopstick is wet, you can see right here it's still a little bit wet. I don't have to water it right now, but in my case I have to water them every 2 to 3 days at the moment. Like, oh, I cannot wait for this leaf. Absolutely gorgeous to unfurl. Let's talk fertilizer. I don't fertilize with every single watering during this heat wave. I use this once a week, summer and winter. If my plant grows, I'm using fertilizer. I don't stop from October to March, which a lot of people do. If my plant grows, I fertilize once a week. Of course, In winter, I use every single watering because sometimes I don't water every week because it's, you know, winter. But during summer, if I have to water once a day or every 2 or 3 days, some of the plants, I stick to once a week. Things I am trying to avoid during a hot day or a heat wave is I am not misting my leaves with water. For me, misting the leaves, unless it's something to help unfurl the leaf, like a new leaf specifically, it just causes issue. I don't think it does much to the plant. If you add some foiler spray, okay, fair enough. But if it's just like plain water, just to, you know, cool down a little bit, let them cool down a little bit, or just to keep the humidity up, I don't think that helps. It just causes fungal and bacterial issue, and I don't think it does anything other than problems. As well, I would not repot any plants during a hot period just because they are struggling, they are stressed already. There's no need to add some unnecessary stress. Yes, of course, if there's root rot, you have to pull that plant out, you have to clean it up. But just because to upsize a pot, you can wait a little bit longer. If I see a drippy plant, don't assume it's just water. It can be everything from sun stress, just like move them away from the window. They're going to be fine a few days. Then check the soil, check the underside of your leaf if you have any pests. It is thrip season, especially if it's so hot and dry. You probably get some spider mites somewhere into the mix as well. So make sure you check your plants and don't assume just, oh yeah, the leaves are droopy, it needs some watering. It could be the heat, it could be the too much sun. You will see that they are burning. I have 2 examples of sun stress. So this one is my beautiful Syngonium Pink Splash. You can see here. This is how sun stress looks like. This is burn. It's been burned. I did not move it. I forgot to move it in front of the cardboard box, or it just was peeking out from the side. So those leaves, she got dried out and burned. They will not recover. They will stay like this. Sometimes I roll up the unfurling leaves, if it's easy, just to see. I know you shouldn't do that, but just to see if there are any thrips, because they love to hide in the new leaves. So another example of a sun stress, which is way prettier but still not good for the plant, as I mentioned in my other videos, is when your leaves start turning pink or purple in this case. That's a good indicator that it has gotten too much sun. Where there is a perfect example. Here you see how dark this leaf is compared to the new one, and the actual color it should look like. And to finish this quick video, I thought I'm going to show you the winner and the losing plants here in my collection of Heatwave Part 2. Definitely one of the winners is the caladiums. Absolutely gorgeous. They're really enjoying that heat. They have all started growing. This one is an autumn beauty. Absolute beautiful variegation. It has so many new baby leaves coming. It had an inflorescence, so it had a flower growing, which I cut off. Definitely all of my caladiums really enjoyed the sun. I have the other 2, and the frog in the blender I showed you already, and we have the seafoam pink started to grow finally. 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves growing there, which should pop any day now. Of course, my variegated cactus, Christmas cactus, behind the cardboard box. Look how much it has grown. 1, 2, so many leaves in a week. really enjoyed the heat. I don't think enjoyed the direct sun as much, but the heat. And we have the Alocasia Jacqueline, which gave me a new leaf, and the stem really got thicker, so doing very well. Another little baby which did amazingly was one of my variegated anthurium seeds, and let me zoom you in because one leaf actually is variegated. You can very lightly see it. This one is the puppy variegated one, which survived. You can see it here, the variegation. However, its brother, this one, it did not make it. It was completely burned because the grow light was on, and it just melted away. So then what I'm very embarrassed, the losses. I think I have lost every single begonia in my, no, I don't think, they're all gone. They're gone. They went to hell and they never came back. Hopefully they went to heaven, but you can't. They all look like this. Oh my God. I still have a little bit of hope because I really like this one. This is the Begonia Silva Hatatokoa. They all sound like this. My Ginny, Galaxy, variegated, Snowcap variegated, Black Magic, they're all gone. All of them. Yep. Weirdly, my Calathea survived. I thought she would be the first one to go, but no. My begonia collection, every single one of them. However, another loss of my life is my ping I had. I don't know what happened. I kept it watered. I think the direct sun, it was too much before the heat wave. This is, by the way, a lovely pot from Becca Ceramics. She is absolutely incredible. And I am planning to get another ping, but when I moved, because that means I have to move less plants. And it's a lot. I have to move a lot of plants. Last but not least, my Pachypodium Soundersii. That's what's left. I watered it, and yeah, it went all mushy. I don't know what happened. I watered it, my Pachypodium, and it's been all mushy. Trying to cut it off and save it there and trying to regrow it. Maybe with this piece here, I'm lucky. I don't think the other three will make it, but I'm not giving up yet. So there is still a little bit of hope, because this one I really, really liked. My cacti, obviously, they are loving that heat. There is so much growth on my cacti. Let me know if you want to have a cactus houseplant collection tour or anything else. Let me know in the comments. That's it from what I changed in my plant care routine during a hot summer, or aka heat wave. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of, well, me, weird me, please hit the subscribe button. I really would appreciate it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you at the next one. Bye!